Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of these things about a first period story, so I figured I'd put mine up. So I was about 13 maybe, and my mom was in the hospital recovering from a hysterectomy, which is basically a baby part taken out. And I was at a friend's house earlier that day, and I come home about 6 or 7 o'clock for dinner, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I did that, and I noticed that there was kind of brownish type fluid. So I called my friend first for advice on what it was, and she said it was my period. So my mom, keep in mind she was in the hospital recovering that day, and my dad was home, and my parents did not prepare me at all for any of that. Puberty, boys, nothing. So I go down to my dad, and I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I got my period. And he grounded me because he didn't know what else to do. He's like, go to your room. I'm like, okay. And he's the kind of dad who's awkward and So a few hours later, after I called a few of my friends to find out like how they dealt with their first period and who they told, and he was like, and my dad came up to say goodnight around 9 or 10, and he's like, if you really think what you have, or if you really think you have what you have, then there are pads in the bathroom. So I get that done and everything, and I go to bed. And then the next day we went to go visit my mom's, and my mom's kind of old-fashioned type. So she tells my dad to take my sister for a walk, just so she can figure out what's going on. So her and I go to the bathroom, and she confirms that I have my period. So she calls my grandma, who takes me to the store and is like, oh my god, this is like so big and everything. And I was like, oh my god, no, not even. This isn't really a big deal. But yeah, and I've dealt with it for 4 years, and I didn't really feel it. A lot of girls say that it's painful, but it's really not. So yeah, that's my first period story. Comment, subscribe.